Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Today, we will be talking about how to win in beverage occasions through the power of sensory science. Our speakers for today are Susanna Croucher, Senior Research Director at MMR, Aideen McCarthy, Director of Market Research and Consumer Connection at Kerry, and Paul Villas, Beverage Development and Innovation Manager at Kerry. If you have any questions for our panel throughout the webinar, please type them in the Q&A box below and hit the submit button. We will try to answer as many questions as time allows at the end of the webinar. We will also be asking 3 polling questions throughout the webinar and would really appreciate your input. I will now hand over to our first speaker, Aideen McCarthy.
Hello everybody, and we're delighted to be here with you today. To begin, I'll share some context of the study and why we decided to work with MMR in getting a deeper focus into the beverage category. So this slide shows us that really today consumers' lives are very, very different to that of 5 years ago. They're not having any 3 square meals a day, and their lives are complicated and choices are more confusing and very different to what they were. They need help in making the right choices and making the right choices at particular times of day. In order to help to get a deeper understanding of the choices that consumers make, we've undertaken a broad study to understand the different needs of different consumers across the different times of day. I'll now hand over to Susanna Croucher, who will take us on a deeper focus into the choices consumers make in the beverage category.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Aideen. So I was delighted to be able to partner with Kerry and their non-alcoholic beverage focus, taking the framework of their Consumer First study, but deep diving into the beverage category. So on this slide, you just see some of the details of the research that we covered. The Beverage Deep Dive for Kerry was a comprehensive piece of qualitative and quantitative research, covering a week of consumers' lives, capturing all of their non-alcoholic beverage choices. Conducted in the summer of 2018 in the UK, Ireland and Germany, it totaled nearly 29,000 drinks occasions, with consumers choosing from 23 drinks categories and recording their emotional, functional, contextual and sensory feedback in a diary. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's far too much in this piece of research for us to be able to cover in a half-an-hour webinar, so we are focusing on 3 sections. First of those, segmenting the unsegmentables, understanding consumer needs, usage occasions, and how they can be used to win in a complicated and changing landscape. Then we will decode the occasion by using the example of responsible performance, a specific need state identified in Consumer First. We'll decode how needs change throughout the day and how specific products are consumed, and thus identify new opportunities. In our last section, winning in fragmented opportunities, we'll be really honing right in on an opportunity within responsible performance, looking at the opportunity for positive nutrition and focusing on specific strategic beverages within that and how a better delivery can meet consumer needs.